So my favorite memory of working at the USU is probably the monthly meetings the Activity Center had. It was a chance for all of us to get together and discuss what was happening in the center. Since we didn't really get to see each other on shifts that much, it was a good time for all of us to be in the same room and just hang out. That was really fun.
This one time, Jeremy and I went on the golf cart to deliver something, and I swear he was driving so fast I almost fell out a few times. It was very scary. He'll probably deny it, but I was very scared in that moment.
Working with staff outdoors, whether it's backpacking, camping, training, doing all those things with my team, that's probably one of my favorite.
When I got to MC the end of the year celebration and signing off was just so emotional. That moment when everybody just came in for hugs at the end, that unity in the USU, it just really made me feel like I had made an impact here on campus. That was just the best way to send off and go abroad.
One of my funniest memories from working at the USU was when I walked out onto the patio and someone noticed that my outfit kind of looked like I was that photo of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We went and grabbed the fanny pack off the lead desk and just had an impromptu photo shoot.
Probably life talks on the patio. I had a lot of gaps at school, felt like I practically lived there, but everyone made it to where time just passed by and there's always someone to talk to, waste time with, and the relationships and the deep conversations we would have outside of work on the patio felt like home.
One of my favorite memories from working with Campus Rec was my very first all-staff training. It was a great opportunity for me to meet all my new coworkers and all the USU employees. My favorite part about that day was when we did icebreakers. Everybody was laughing and having so much fun, and even when your team got out, you're still rooting on all the other teams.
For me, it will be having a very fun, supportive, laid-back team. We have a pretty dynamic team that is not really so common out there. So I'm very fortunate to have that here within my USU experience.
I think just working with such a great group of people, especially my best friend Lexi, I've made a lot of bonds with the refs, OA, outreach, Adrian especially, she's like my child, I love you.
Definitely just all the pals, and I wouldn't have met all of these people if I hadn't have worked at the USU, and I'll literally think about them for the rest of my life. They have stuck with me.
One thing I'm going to miss about working at the USU is all the conversations I've had with the Activity Center when I was counting them in or counting them out. It's always been one of my favorite parts of my shifts, and it's how I've made a lot of my friends.
What I think I'll miss the most about working at the USU is that we're never going to have a work environment like this. It's styled corporately, it's very professional in business. It's very unlikely that we're going to have a work environment that allows us to still be kids. Yes, we're adults, but I feel young, I feel lighthearted, I feel like it's such a forgiving and honest spirited environment. It's very welcoming, and the free-flowing ideas, the laughter, the happiness, the interaction, we're not gonna get jobs that mimic an environment like this later on in life.
After graduation, I'm going to be getting my master's degree in occupational therapy in hopes of serving children with disabilities.
Plans for me after graduation, I'll be starting a job at Chipotle, and then I'm also continuing work that I started at my internship, working with a company called Outdoor Outreach, serving underrepresented students and youth in San Diego County, taking them outdoors and different parks and trips, similar to what I was kind of doing now, but just continuing that maybe for a year or two, getting married, and then going to grad school shortly after that.
After I graduate, I plan on applying for some biotech companies and then eventually go to China when everything settles.
What's next for me after graduation? I got into the teaching credential there, so I will be around for another year. Can't get rid of me yet.
For me, I'll be working at a defense and aerospace company called BA Systems. I'll be working within the business division.
Definitely want to start working, and I hope to go to grad school abroad. That's definitely the next big thing for me, is I want to continue studying mass media and go abroad, hopefully in Europe or somewhere in Asia. But I definitely will be moving on to do my master's. After graduation, I'm attending the master's biology program at Cal State San Marcos. I get to continue being at Cal State San Marcos, which is really nice. Also get to continue my research on how climate change affects saltwater and freshwater fish.
After graduation, I plan to take a year off and then go into graduate school. I want to go into graduate school for psychology, probably clinical psychology.
I'm going to be studying higher education and student affairs administration at the University of Buffalo in New York. So I'm going to be headed out there, hopefully, and working in the Intercultural and Diversity Center as my graduate assistantship and studying student affairs. So I'm really excited.
A funny moment that I remember from working at the USU happened this past semester. Hugo and I had to go on the rooftop to close all the umbrellas, but it was pouring rain and I guess we weren't expecting it. So we had to go out there in literally the pouring rain. We put on the raincoats and had our little hoods up, and we're just closing all the umbrellas and all the water was getting on us. And in the moment, it wasn't very funny, but looking back on it, it definitely was something that I can laugh about and think of how funny it was to just see both of us running around in the rain, trying to rainproof as best we could.
Okay, the person doesn't work with us anymore, so I don't feel that bad calling them out, but there was one time where I was switching with Jarrett, and he was coming on shift, and whatever, we did everything, and I went downstairs and I clocked out, and I was walking across the hallway to go to the back of the house to go to Key Watcher and put my key away. And so I'm walking across the hallway, and all of a sudden he just appears next to me, and I was like, what is he doing down here? And he was like, I forgot to grab a key, and he was fast walking, and I was like, Jarrett. But yeah, it's Jarrett.
Probably any time that I had to drive the golf cart was a funny / near-death experience. I never knew where I was going. I didn't know how to use the brake on the golf cart. It would get stuck a lot. I don't really know. But yeah, so anybody who had a ride with me, I'm sorry, but glad we're all still alive.
The golf cart died on us. So me and Hunter were out and about to get a golf cart and testing it out, and then all of a sudden it just died at the very bottom of the hill, far away from the USU. So me and him, we had to call us to back up, and we just had a lot of running, a lot of pushing, pulling, but eventually we got there. But
my favorite, funniest moment on shift, other than the moment where I got myself stuck in the back of the house, but save that for another day. But my funniest moment would have to be Cheer McKay. If you do not know who Cheer McKay is, insert clip here. So Michaela, every time I'd come back from cheer practice, she'll all of a sudden be like, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Just as dramatic as I am right now. And it was one of my favorite things that would happen. And she'd always put a smile on my face, make me laugh, and it made me really happy.
I did not know that I had this drive in me, this ambitious drive. The biggest thing that I learned while working at the USU is that if I have a goal in mind and I set my mind to it, I'm definitely going to achieve it. There's nothing that's going to stop me. I think everybody in the USU helped me find that within myself and made me realize that it was always there. It's always been there. It's definitely not going to leave.
Something I've learned about myself is definitely my capability as a leader and kind of my own limits. That's something I really pushed while working at REC. And I really learned to accept the change, the possibility of change for the better.
I think my ability to lead others, also talk to strangers. I started out with outreach under Sonia, who was probably the best mentor I could ever have. And she really pushed me to go out and talk to people. And then also I learned a lot under Danny, having to plan fitness program and even talk to our fitness instructors. So that kind of helped me build my confidence as a grown-up, if you will, and get me ready for the big people world.
When I started off this job, I was an introvert. I didn't really like talking to people. I was really shy. But this job definitely pushed me outside of my comfort zone and allowed me to realize that I really do like talking to people and that I would enjoy doing a job where I get to talk to people every day.
Something I learned about myself that I did not know before I began working at the USU is that when I'm helping strangers, my customer service voice sounds like Gabri, a crisp Valley Girl voice. And she's going to be mad at me for saying that.
I learned that it's different environments, which allows me to be able to be alert and wake up. And I think it was just more because I was excited for the activities of that day.
Something that I learned about myself, I don't even think it was anything new, but just more so that it reiterated that I love to serve people in whatever way that I can. My favorite days at work were when I could help someone with any type of stressful situation and make their days better. So as corny as it sounds, I love to live my life in service, and working at the USU allowed me to do that every single day.
Someone who has had the greatest impact on me during my time here has been Jamie, my lovely boss. I came in as a scared freshman and she made it very comfortable for me to ask questions and be a dumb freshman, and she never got mad at me if I was probably being dumb. Truly, I would not be as confident as I am in my job as I am now without Jamie.
Ryan has definitely had the greatest impact on my time at Campus Rec. He really cares about student success and he wants every individual to succeed. He's helped me realize that I can do things I didn't think I could do before, and I really appreciate him.
The greatest impact on me is definitely Hugo. He has definitely been the best supervisor I've ever had at any job I've ever worked. He took over the role of events and logistics coordinator when I had already been working as the event coordinator, and he really just transformed the role into something that I never thought it could become. And I think he's really inspired me and shown me that starting something new and you may not know everything about it, you can really work towards it and make something so great out of something that was already amazing. I still don't know how he does it. He does so much in such an amazing way and has made such a big impact on me. So thank you, Hugo. Love you.
Beyond all of my coworkers and all the people that I got to work with, was definitely working with my pro staff, Celeste. She was the most impactful. She really did inspire me to now try to pave my own path in this outdoor career world.
My coworkers, each of them have great knowledge of the outdoors, and I love learning from each one of them because they knew different areas of outdoors.
In terms of pro staff was Gabri. She has been my boss of 2 years at the info desk. She was always super nice. She gave the best advice, and she always had a listening ear. It didn't matter if anybody was having a bad day. She was always willing to listen to you and help you with whatever you needed. But in terms of other employees, Natasha really made my last full year at the info desk really special. She always had something super nice to say when I was on shift. She was very positive, and I just really enjoyed our friendship here.
Brian, our maintenance mechanic, he had the biggest impact on my time here at the USU because he just kind of brightened my day. Soon enough, we developed a bond where he was able to kind of read if I was having bad days, and he was able to just quickly brighten them with genuine advice and humor. I think that some of his advice is some stuff that I will definitely take with me after my time here at Cal State, and I just enjoyed every single time I talked to him. Brian was a huge part of my experience here at the USU, and I'm going to be so grateful for him for the rest of my life.
There is not one particular individual that I think has had the greatest impact on me. I think everybody has had great impacts on me. Starting off with Hugo and USU Live definitely was my father through everything, and I came in there and cried on his chair. I don't even know how many times. I cried there more than I've cried on my own bedroom pillow. So Hunter always was just, I could always go to Hunter for anything, whether it be travel advice, I don't know, media stuff, just everything. Hunter has been my best friend till the end. And Lisa, I will never forget you sending me that email congratulating on Cougar Connect, and that's really what drove me. That's really what made me feel okay, I can do this. So thank you, Lisa, for that. Sarah, you always had the most encouraging words. Scott, you always hyped me up, even when I was, tripping downstairs or on rocks. Brian, you're great. Everybody there is just fantastic, and I'm gonna miss the staff just so much.
Thank you to faculty, staff, volunteers, everyone that we have encountered here in the USU and the REC. We thank you so much in abundance. Y'all have been patient, loving, caring. You all have made this a home. And for all of the seniors, congratulations. You did it. It's been tough, obviously, and we're ending this so unconventionally, but no one normal ever made history. And we definitely are gonna make history. So, here's to us, class of 2020.
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 Here's to class of 2020.
Here's to us, class of 2020.
Here's to us, class of 2020. We did it.
Here's to us, class of 2020. We did it.